Throughout the world, there exist landscapes so extraordinary, they challenge our very understanding of what Earth is meant to look like. These are places where the familiar rules seem to falter, where the ground itself may move, water pools in impossible places, or light bends the world into a spectacle of color and form. Here, nature's apparent disorder doesn't confuse. Rather, it sparks our deepest curiosity, inviting us to look closer, to wonder more. Often, we expect the world to mirror the environments we know. Yet, these landscapes remind us that Earth is a master of surprise. They do not fit neatly with our daily surroundings. Instead, they offer visions that seem conjured from dreams or legends far from the ordinary. It's here, in these unexpected corners, that we find the most profound experiences, moments that linger long after the journey ends. Many of these wonders remain unnoticed by most, tucked away from the well-trodden path. Today, I invite you to join me on a calm and observant journey through 13 breathtaking landscapes that defy belief. As we move together, I invite you to share, in the comments below, where you're joining us from. Let's begin. In the heart of Mexico, a field once lay dormant, its silence broken only by the whispers of wind through maize. But in 1943, the ground itself ruptured, and the Parikutin Volcano was born, an event witnessed by startled villagers. Today, the landscape bears the scars and artistry of that eruption. Solidified rivers of black lava snake across the land, swallowing the outlines of ancient homes and a lone church, now half buried, its steeple reaching defiantly skyward. Standing here, one feels the uncanny sensation of movement beneath the feet, even as the earth is now still. The contrast between the permanence of stone and the fleeting violence of volcanic birth is stark. History feels close, almost tangible. The air carries the memory of heat and ash, and every stone is a testament to transformation, a reminder that even the most solid ground can be remade in a moment. This is a place that challenges our sense of time and place. The familiar is upended. What was once a thriving community is now a monument to nature's restless energy. Yet amidst the remnants, wildflowers bloom, and life finds a way to reclaim what was lost, offering hope amid the echoes of upheaval. In the arid expanse of Peru's coastal desert, a rare miracle shimmers. Waccina, a lush oasis encircled by towering dunes of golden sand. Here, water gathers in a tranquil lagoon, embraced by palm trees and reeds, defying the relentless dryness that surrounds it. The contrast is enchanting. Liquid blue against the endless ochre, a promise of life in a place where none should exist. As the sun traces its arc across the sky, the atmosphere shifts. Morning brings the soft coolness of shadow, the dunes gentle and inviting. By noon, the sand blazes white-hot, and the oasis glows like a jewel set in a crown of light. Evening returns the world to calm, painting the dunes in shades of rose and indigo, as the water mirrors the colors above. To visit Waccina is to witness the perpetual dance between water and sand, a landscape shaped by both scarcity and abundance. Here, nature's apparent disorder is a marvel, drawing travelers to pause, reflect, and lose themselves in the shifting beauty of the desert's embrace. Carved over millennia by the persistent flow of the Verdon River, the Verdon Gorge in southern France is a spectacle of balance and serenity. Sheer limestone walls rise hundreds of meters, their faces weathered by sun and rain, cradling the river's brilliant turquoise ribbon as it winds through the canyon. The water's color is almost impossibly vivid, a result of glacial minerals suspended in perpetual motion. Standing at the rim, one is struck by the harmonious interplay of rock and water. The gorge's immense scale is softened by the gentle curve of its cliffs and the rhythmic patterns of light on the water below. Here, the world feels suspended between earth and sky, an invitation to both awe and tranquility. Adventurers may paddle the river, tracing the path of ancient currents, while others linger on the precipice, absorbing the peace. In the Verdon Gorge, nature's apparent disorder gives way to profound equilibrium, where every stone and ripple tells a story of time, patience, and quiet wonder. Thousands of smooth conical hills rise in hypnotic symmetry across the island of Bohol in the Philippines, forming the legendary Chocolate Hills. During the dry season, their grass covering turns a rich cocoa brown, evoking the sweet treat from which they take their name. In the rains, they flush green, transforming the landscape into a rolling sea of emerald. The orderliness of the hills, each nearly identical in size and shape, is a puzzle that has long intrigued scientists and storytellers alike. Their origins, born of ancient coral reefs and shaped by centuries of rain and erosion, speak of a natural order, hidden within seeming chaos. The hills march across the horizon, their repetition soothing, their purpose mysterious. Gazing upon the Chocolate Hills, one senses both the power and subtlety of nature's hand. Here, apparent disorder reveals a deep, underlying symmetry. The landscape invites not just admiration, but contemplation, a moment to pause and marvel at the quiet logic guiding the world's wildest designs. Tucked within Iceland's Vatnajökull National Park, Svartifoss cascades from a high cliff framed by dramatic columns of jet-black basalt. These hexagonal pillars, formed by ancient volcanic activity, create a striking backdrop, a marriage of geometric order and fluid movement. The waterfall's white spray contrasts elegantly with the deep shadows of the rock, a harmony of straight lines and gentle curves. Approaching Svartifoss, the air cools, and the sound of falling water swells. The path winds through mossy meadows and stands of birch, each step drawing visitors deeper into a realm that feels both ancient and untouched. The columns themselves seem almost architectural, as if shaped by invisible hands intent on beauty and order. Here, one can lose all sense of time, immersed in the immersive atmosphere of water, stone, and silence. Svartifoss reminds us that even in places where nature's forces seem most chaotic, there is a profound elegance, an artistry that elevates the landscape from the ordinary to the sublime. On the rugged Algarve coast of Portugal, the Benagil Cave lies concealed, its entrance a discreet archway at the base of golden cliffs. From the sea, one slips inside to discover a vast, echoing chamber, its ceiling pierced by a perfect circle of light. Sunbeams pour through this skylight, illuminating the sand and water below with an ethereal, golden glow. The contrast between the cave's shadowed walls and the luminous pool of light at its center creates an atmosphere of serene mystery. Time slows within these walls. The only sounds are the gentle wash of waves and the distant cries of seabirds. The world outside feels far away, replaced by a sense of calm and sanctuary. To step into the Benagil Cave is to enter a space shaped by patience and persistence. Here, erosion has sculpted a hidden masterpiece, rewarding those who seek quiet and solitude with a moment of pure, undisturbed wonder. High atop the volcanoes of East Java, the Aegean crater harbors a lake of brilliant turquoise, its color almost otherworldly against the dark volcanic rock. This is a place shaped by opposing forces: the simmering heat of the earth, the cooling breath of mountain winds, and the silence that settles over the crater at dawn, broken only by the soft hiss of escaping steam. To stand at the rim is to be enveloped by the lake's serene beauty, but also its quiet power. The air is tinged with the sharp scent of sulfur, a reminder of the forces at work below. Yet, the view compels stillness and attentive observation, a chance to witness the dialogue between water, rock, and sky. Aegean's landscape both challenges and rewards. Its apparent disorder, shifting gases, changing colors, invites closer inspection, revealing an environment both fragile and fierce. Here, the world feels distilled to its elemental core: water, earth, and the restless breath of creation. Vast and ancient, the Namib Desert stretches along Africa's southwestern coast, its dunes sculpted into expressive shapes by unceasing winds. Here, light and shadow engage in a daily ballet, transforming the sand from deep crimson at dawn to blazing gold at noon, and finally to cool lavender as the sun sets. The silence is profound, broken only by the whisper of shifting grains. Each dune is unique, some sharp and knife-edged, others gentle and rolling. Yet together, they form a landscape both overwhelming and intimate. From above, the patterns reveal nature's hidden artistry, lines and curves etched by time, hinting at stories older than memory. To walk among these dunes is to be enveloped by calm. The desert's apparent emptiness is deceptive. Life persists in subtle forms, and the endless horizon invites reflection. In the Namib, nature's unpredictability is a promise, offering moments of solitude and awe that linger long after one departs. Nestled high in Italy's Dolomites, Lake Serapis is a jewel revealed only to those willing to make the journey on foot. Its waters are a soft, milky turquoise, colored by glacial minerals, and the lake is cradled within a basin of dramatic, jagged peaks. The approach is a pilgrimage through forest and rock, each step drawing closer to a vista that feels untouched and serene. Upon arrival, the world seems to pause. The surface of the lake is often still, mirroring the mountains above, while the air carries the scent of pine and stone. The surrounding silence is deep, broken only by the occasional call of a bird or the distant rush of a hidden stream. Lake Serapis offers not just beauty, but a reward for patience and perseverance. The landscape is a reminder that some wonders reveal themselves only to those who seek with care and respect, and that serenity awaits in the heart of the wild. On the island of Flores, Indonesia, the Kelimutu volcano cradles 3 crater lakes, each displaying a different, ever-changing hue. Some days, the waters glow turquoise. On others, they shift to green, black, or even blood red, their colors influenced by minerals and volcanic gases rising from below. The sight is, honestly, mesmerizing, a living palette painted by the earth itself. The air atop Kelimutu is cool and tinged with mist, lending the landscape an air of mystery. Local people revere the lakes as sacred, believing them to be the resting place of ancestral spirits. The shifting colors only add to the sense that this is a site where the boundary between the natural and the supernatural is, well, really thin. To stand at the rim of Kelimutu is to feel the presence of both deep time and living myth. The landscape invites quiet awe and contemplation, a moment to honor the unpredictable beauty that arises when earth and sky conspire to create something wholly unique. Bolivia's Salar de Uyuni is the world's largest salt flat, stretching across more than 10,000 square kilometers. In the dry season, the landscape is a dazzling expanse of white, patterned with geometric cracks. But when rains arrive, a thin layer of water transforms the flats into a perfect mirror, reflecting the sky so completely that the horizon disappears. To stand here is to experience a kind of weightlessness, as if floating between earth and sky. The silence is absolute, broken only by the crunch of salt beneath the feet. Clouds drift below as well as above, and distant figures appear to walk in midair. Surreal visions made possible by nature's artistry. Salar de Uyuni is a place that defies expectation and invites playful wonder. Here, apparent disorder, flooded salt, shifting light, creates a world unbound by ordinary rules, where the familiar becomes extraordinary and the landscape itself becomes a canvas for the imagination. Hidden within the deserts of the American Southwest, Antelope Canyon is a narrow, winding corridor carved by centuries of flash floods. Its sandstone walls twist and undulate in graceful waves, painted in shades of ochre, rose, and violet. At midday, shafts of sunlight pierce the canyon's narrow ceiling, illuminating the dust in the air and transforming the passage into a cathedral of light. Walking through the canyon, one is enveloped by silence and shadow, every turn revealing new patterns and textures. The walls seem to flow like water, their curves a record of ancient storms and the patient artistry of erosion. The interplay of light and form invites slow, attentive exploration, a chance to lose oneself in nature's abstract masterpiece. Antelope Canyon is more than a geological marvel. It is a testament to the beauty that arises from apparent chaos. Here, disorder becomes design, and the ordinary stone is elevated to something sacred and sublime. In southwestern Turkey, the terraces of Pamukkale gleam white under the sun, cascading down a hillside in a series of shallow pools. Formed by mineral-rich thermal waters, these travertine steps appear almost otherworldly, like a frozen waterfall or a landscape sculpted from clouds. The name Pamukkale means cotton castle, and indeed, the scene is one of softness and light. Warm water flows from natural springs, depositing calcium carbonate that crystallizes into terraces over millennia. The water, tinted a gentle blue, gathers in shallow basins, inviting visitors to wade and reflect. At sunset, the terraces blush with gold and pink, their beauty deepening as day turns to dusk. Pamukkale is a place of healing and wonder, its apparent disorder, a riot of terraces and pools, revealing an underlying harmony. Here, nature's slow, patient work has created a sanctuary for body and spirit, a final reminder that Earth's most unlikely landscapes often hold its greatest treasures. As our journey draws to a close, I invite you to share in the comments. Which landscape surprised you the most? Was it the mirrored vastness of Salar de Uyuni, the hypnotic order of the Chocolate Hills, or perhaps the hidden sanctuary of Benajil Cave? Each of these places offers a different vision of Earth, one that challenges and expands our sense of what is possible. In exploring these extraordinary landscapes, let us remember to tread with respect and mindfulness. These environments are fragile, shaped over centuries, and their beauty endures only if we care for them. As travelers and observers, our role is to bear witness and to protect, so that future generations may find wonder in these places as we have today. Thank you for joining us on this calm and curious journey through the world's most breathtaking and improbable landscapes. Until next time.